Video created by Brainspring Studios. In this video, you will learn how to reach your divine masculinity and some necessary concepts about it. You will learn step by step on how to achieve your divine masculinity and how crucial it is for your life. But before we start, like and subscribe the video. A lot of effort was put into this video. It's always appreciated, and you can always unsubscribe later. So, let's begin. The divine masculinity. If any human being is to reach full maturity, both the masculine and feminine sides of the personality must be brought into consciousness. We all know about the divine feminine energy. But what about the other one too, the masculine? What is divine masculinity? Divine masculinity is about taking charge, doing rather than being, and following through. While feminine energy encourages us to trust that our manifestations will arrive on time, masculine energy teaches us that we must take the necessary steps to prepare for our blessings and take control of our lives at the moment. This energy is about taking the initiative, becoming a leader, and acting rather than just existing. Contrary to the message of "I don't pursue, I attract" that is central to the feminine principle, the message of "I do" is at the heart of the masculine principle. When we tap into male energy, we are encouraged to take charge of our life in the here and now, while also taking faith in the timing of our manifestations. If we are not careful with this type of energy in our life, it can lead us down a path of selfishness and entitlement. But if you know how to channel this type of masculinity in a way that works for you, you should be able to create a fulfilling life for yourself and those around you. This video will help show you how to live this energy to reach enlightenment and divine masculinity, so keep an eye out. Introduction. The divine male is based on stereotypical male figures in several religions and mythologies, including Hinduism, Greek mythology, and Christianity. Think Shiva, Zeus, and even the idea of a masculine god or father in Christianity. All these ideas personify the characteristics of divine masculinity. Divine masculinity is a need-based driving force of action. Since needs are the sole source of motivation, it seems to reason that divine masculinity is a mirror of needs, symbolizing as it does leadership, taking control and getting things done as opposed to just sitting back and observing. Similarly, a theory in psychology called Maslow's hierarchy of needs characterizes human behavior by ordering needs by their significance to survival. If we can't meet certain basic needs, we may be unable to meet others. This may explain why we're stuck or uninspired. Our basic needs may not be met, preventing us from realizing our full potential. To change, we must establish what's lacking and how to get it. Basic needs come first, then reaching one's full potential, i.e. the highest need for self-actualization. In contrast to the eager pursuit of self-actualization, the only way to embody divine masculinity is when one's most fundamental needs have been met. Maslow argues that people are always changing and growing in some way, calling this process becoming. The process of self-actualization leads to personal satisfaction via the realization of one's true potential. And that is your divine masculinity. This energy has always been seen as something that could be used for good or bad, and it can be. The key is learning how to use it for your highest good instead of just letting it rule your life over time. This is something that takes practice, but when you start down this path towards becoming more masculine in your life decisions and actions, you'll find yourself with more power than ever. How does masculine energy influence you? Divine masculinity is all about the visible passion and power of the world. But how does that translate to your daily routine? When you think about applying masculine energy to your day-to-day life, think about pleasure, adventure, and risk-taking. Set boundaries with friends. Book that solo vacation or ask the person you've been crushing on out on a date. Masculine energy is all about getting attuned with your inner warrior so you can take steps towards living the life you want and deserve. Divine masculinity and modern culture. Let's take a step back and think of masculine behavior differently. What if we looked at the male population as just as emotional, sensitive, and caring as women? What if we realized that it's time to look at masculine behavior from a new perspective? And what if this new perspective helped us to understand why women behave in certain ways rather than others? We've been raised to believe women should be soft-spoken, kind, and calm. We've been told that they should be emotional, dependent, and submissive. But is this really the case? Is there any truth behind these stereotypes? Well, after reading Linda J. Skitka and Christina Maslach researches, who are experts on gender roles, I can safely say no. Their findings suggest that there is no such thing as soft-spoken men or hard-hearted women. They said that all humans are full of emotions and can express them differently depending on their upbringing. In fact, this is true for both males and females. Benefits of divine masculinity. Have you ever felt like something was missing? Like you were on a path but you didn't know the next step or how to get there? That's where divine masculine comes in. The divine masculine is a force that seeks truth, freedom, and self-sovereignty. It can be heard as a voice within us that says, "You need to do this, you need to get out of here, or I'm going to show you how." However, much attention is being paid to the divine feminine. But what about the divine masculine? We all know it exists, but do we really pay attention when seeing it? The divine masculine is different from the divine feminine energy because it has a will to power. It's in its element when things start heating up. Plus, it'll stop at nothing in its quest for enlightenment and its real calling. Empowerment on our spiritual paths comes from developing, embracing, and honouring our innate divine masculine. Because he is the fire within us that burns for self-realization, oneness, and liberation. What, therefore, is the purpose of reawakening the divine masculine within us, if not to deepen our spiritual paths? Once you begin this sort of experience, you may anticipate the following: increased confidence in oneself, more anchored, the capacity for objectifying has been improved, enhanced capacity for critical analysis, conscious equilibrium, strengthened capacity for setting personal limits resulting from a deeper connection with one's inner warrior, improved ability to assert oneself, the superior strength of character, enhancement of self-control, purity of thought. These powerful qualities are developed through openness and commitment. Here are some tips and techniques about how to achieve divine masculinity, so keep watching. How to achieve divine masculinity. Positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful methods of altering one's perspective and stimulating dormant aspects of one's personality. Think about affirmations emphasizing power, discipline, and reasoning while considering the divine masculine. You can practice them by self-assurance, or by saying them to yourself in front of a mirror every morning, or you can put them on your desk so they keep remembering how amazing you are. Some examples are as follows to get you started. I am a fighter. I have perfected the art of self-control. I have a clear, unclouded vision of the situation. I have faith. When the time is right, I will act. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. The holy male argues is not afraid of taking chances. She argues that divine male attributes are essential if, for example, you are someone with many brilliant ideas, but you're frightened to put them out there in the world. Take chances and keep your fingers crossed, but don't become too tied to the result. Just have faith that everything will work out how it's supposed to, and do what your heart desires. Be a watcher. Divine masculinity may be reawakened by objectively examining one's behavior. Thus, you may see yourself objectively, free from the influence of prejudice and emotion. If you feel you've been spending too much time contemplating, try breaking things down into manageable chunks. Get in daily practice till such attributes become second nature to you. Stop being so strict on yourself and start doing what everyone else does. Whenever you're on the verge of making a tough decision, ask yourself, is this action following my goal? If yes, you should not delay taking action to have it done now. If it doesn't, don't dwell on it too much. Instead, go on to the next action that brings you closer to your objective. Look for direction. Having knowledge isn't always enough. A little direction goes a long way toward encouraging inspired behavior. Seek guidance from a teacher or mentor who can tell you the harsh truth and things you don't want to hear about yourself to reawaken your inner divine male. You'll get an expert's insight and a boost to the quality of the procedure overall. Thus, you may learn obscure meanings. Connect with your inner father. Each of us comprises multiple facets or inner parts that make up our whole personality. Carl Jung used the term archetypes to describe the many aspects of our psyches. Regardless of your gender, you have a part of the father inside you. Connecting with and nurturing this inner father is a potent means of reawakening your divine masculine. Journaling, drawing, automatic writing, and tarot or oracle cards are all methods I endorse for getting in touch with one's inner father. Furthermore, use dialogue to find out what he's trying to tell you. You may give him additional depth by relating his character, history, and physical attributes. Keep in mind that your inner father's job description is for him to be kind and caring. Deconstruct your conditioning. What ideas have been instilled in you about manhood? Each of us carries a lot of history with us when it comes to defining what it means to be a man. Numerous men have been subjected to the following types of stereotypical masculine conditioning. Crying makes you seem weak and emotional. Thus, men shouldn't do it. The masculine ideal is for men to be austere and emotionally repressed. It is expected of men that they will be the breadwinners of their families, that they will take charge as the heads of their households, that they will be the protectors of their wives and children, and that they will dominate women in the bedroom and in the workplace, and that they will project an air of aggressive self-confidence. What other kinds of conditioning do you know about? To intentionally redefine what it means to be a man, you must first understand what your society has taught you about males. This exercise in redefining will help you build a strong connection with the divine masculine inside. A thought-invoking question to think about is, what does healthy masculinity look like to me? A lot of effort went into making this video. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, click the like and subscribe button and comment down below questions you might have. Thank you for watching. You should also watch this video to help improve your productivity.